Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, did you know this? What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, Shawty lovely and Nicole. Shawty lovely and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is full. Shawty lovely and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and voice. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shawty lovely and Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shawty lovely and Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shawty lovely and Nicole. Everywhere, it's Shawty lovely and Nicole. Oh yeah, grown top vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.
Strong. It's our anniversary, baby. Getting bigger and better. Riding the wave, we doing it, girlfriend. Let's get it. Oh my God, it's Shelly, Lovely, and Nicole. Shelly, Lovely, and Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is bold. Shelly, Lovely, and Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and poise. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shawty lovely and Nicole, you know. Kid, Shawty yeah, kid, Shawty Shawty Shawty
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend, how you doing? Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. What's up?
Ooh, you too, girl. We got a show today, boy. We got a show.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Unfiltered at 5 with Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, everybody. Come on, woo woo.
We got some folks joining us today. We're going to be bringing them up as they come in for this topic about Miss Curry, honey. Miss Curry. Is it wrong for a woman to not want kids and to be married? We're going to go up and bring up Miss TC in the building. Hey, girlfriend.
What is up, y'all? Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely, no problem.
You are so welcome.
Welcome.
I know Shaheem was just on and I don't know if he got kicked off.
Oh, yeah. What happened to him?
I don't know. He was there and then he disappeared. He was in there.
Maybe he's gonna maybe he had to log back out and log back in or something.
Well, we gonna keep it pushing. We got Sameen joining us. We have Ken joining us, and we have Dukes joining at 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
This is his topic, honey. This man is like angry about this lady and her shenanigans with her husband.
Right.
So the way we're gonna do it, I'm gonna play like a little clip of something she said, and we're gonna kind of just see what we feel about
where your mind is at with it. Let us know how you feel about it.
So that's kind of how it's gonna go. So we move flowingly, and by that time, everybody should have been done joined in. That's probably trying to get on, and hopefully they're not having a hard time. So I kind of got to watch my phone to see if they're trying to join. So if I kind of like dip out, y'all just keep going in the conversation because they might be texting me saying, "Hey, we having problems getting in the stream." So the first clip from this lady,
I'll put that comment up. Let me put that comment up.
Hold on, what the comments say?
Oh, y'all don't want to hear my answer today? Hello, Mike.
No, we always want to hear your answer.
We ain't try to play with you. We welcome to hear everybody's
comment, and we definitely want to hear your comment. Yes, we want to hear.
We want to get a debate going here.
A good debate going about.
I'm ready to stir some shit up. So I want to hear your answers. I'm ready to stir a whole lot of shit up today.
Well, I'm gonna play a clip of what she said, and then we're gonna come back and try to figure out what we think about this.
Like, I just never thought that he would like someone like me. I just didn't think it was going to be a thing. I
You
thought
were in a
we would
friend
be
group.
friends. Yeah.
Did you ever have anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends. Yeah.
I get what you're saying of like you never saw him as something, but I'm
Yeah.
like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something or
No, never.
So since we all in the same
Right. How you feel about that?
this?
How you feel about that? Number one, I see it all over your face, but how you tell me?
To me, and I'm just going to have my honest opinion because that's the only way that I can go, be honest about it. I just always felt like Ayesha was basically not there to be there. You know what I'm saying? It was like she's seeing an opportunity and she went for it type of situation.
Yeah.
That's how I really feel about Ayesha. She has did a couple of shenanigans over the years that I kind of questioned. And, I see that Steph, because I'm a big Steph Curry fan. So I see that Steph really loves his wife. I don't know what high school dynamic they had. I feel like maybe he was kind of the one who was kind of underlooked and underrated in high school. So he probably felt like she was a prize or something and got with her. And what happened was she seen an opportunity. She seen that this guy was finna go places. I'm pretty sure when he got drafted out of high school and went to college, she started seeing that potential and what he could be and what he probably would be. With his hard work and dedication, because Steph worked hard to get to where he is, right?
Absolutely.
My thing is, if you never looked at him like that, and I briefly seen the interview, so I can't really, I try to tolerate her, but I really can't, you know what I'm saying? I only do it because of she's Steph's wife. So I respect her in that manner. However, I just feel like if you didn't want the whole thing or the relationship, or you didn't look at him like that, what drawed you to him? What made you want to be? Exactly. What made you want to? Right. Okay, let me give him a try. What made you say that?
Right. What made you say it? How you feel about it, Sir Bam Bam? Do you feel like?
I mean, you right on the money though. She right on the money. I feel the way she feel though. She just taking advantage of the situation. But then she gonna really embarrass this man. Like she gonna really dog this man out. You seen how the direction she headed to. So she really gonna try to hurt this man for some reason. She's just evil.
Okay, so I'm gonna play another clip of a
Jada Pinkett and Robin Givens mix.
Okay, check this clip.
Right. I agree with that.
Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, was seen almost taking off her wedding ring after a shirtless man walked in. Now that is downright disrespectful to Steph Curry. If I were him, I would have divorced her instantly. How? She is massively ungrateful and unappreciative, and this makes her unattractive in my eyes. All Steph Curry does is celebrate this woman, and he has never cheated once despite all the women throwing themselves at him. After all, he is one of the greatest players of our generation. This lady even went on to say she didn't want kids, nor did she want to get married. So I'm guessing it was Steph Curry who forced marriage on her, and in her eyes, ruined her life.
I mean, we hope he ain't cheated. Yeah, we can say that,
I hope he. Yeah.
There's no record of it. There's nothing that makes people feel like he has. He has nobody.
I get it.
Him. I mean, I just don't understand. Like, if you say you never wanted to get married, you say you didn't want to have kids, you say you don't want to have kids. I mean, I really would have to say, I'm gonna come out and say it. I think that's stupid. You know. Why? Right. I mean, why have you? I don't think people who don't want to get married, don't want to have kids, you're not bad. You're not a bad person. I don't think it makes you a bad person because you don't, that's what you want. But if you know you don't want that, or you didn't want that type of life, why would you do it? Why would you have kids and you know you never wanted kids? This
is my only thing too with that. Right. I want to add on to what you just said. When she said that in the interview that, you know, she really was career gold and, you know, she didn't want kids, she didn't want the marriage, but you did both. And then you did the kids 4 times over.
Right.
So you still could have had, even if you had the one child, you still could have had your career. So why didn't you do it? You know what I'm saying? Even with the 4 kids, I've seen famous people with 4 kids. Look at LeBron's wife. You know, they have 3 kids or so, and she still have her own things going on. You get what I'm saying? So what do you have going on, Ayesha? You know what I'm saying? You still, the kids don't stop you from going after your goals.
Yeah, there are plenty of women who have kids and have a successful career and have a successful business and who still have their own identity, and she can have her own identity outside of her marriage. So that's why I just really don't understand it.
She just want attention. She just want attention.
Samin's just joined the panel. So we got Samin, TC Chronicles, and we got Sir Bam Bam joining us. We have Duke Des Dunes coming in a little while, and we got Ken coming in also. Samin, so the topic is we talking about Miss Curry and her shenanigans running around here saying she don't want to be married, she don't want no kids. What's your thought process of that?
Wow. After you have kids. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who you talking about, me?
Samin.
Oh.
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not caught up on the topic. I'm gonna be real honest. So on the topic.
So
I just thought about it too.
We played the first skit of this one.
Like, I just never thought that he would like someone like me. I just didn't think it was going to be a thing. I thought we would be friends. Yeah.
Did you ever have anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends.
So we're trying to say, what do you think about that?
I just caught something in that just little clip. She said, someone like me, like someone like you, like what? You know what I'm saying?
Like, what about you?
What about you?
So spectacular, you know, like someone like me, and she did this, like, what do you think?
Right.
So what do you think?
Okay.
This is what I think. And this is what I tell my kids. Before you lay down with somebody, just pretend that's gonna be your husband and your baby daddy. I mean, because it's like clearly that's what happened. I mean, how many people can raise their hand and go into it and say, I didn't plan for this to be my baby daddy. I didn't plan for this. I didn't plan for any of this. And it happened. So he wasn't my type. I was just having fun. I was doing this. I was doing that. I always go into it. You never know what could happen. So
that's some good advice now. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Look at it. Yeah.
That's a good way to look at that now.
Yeah. That's why you got to be careful. And then I always tell people, you know, that's why you got to be careful who you have kids with and who you lay down with.
I believe it was calculated. I mean, I'm just gonna be real. I think she just seen his potential.
And she figured he was gonna blow, and he did. And now I'm stuck with this dude. He don't even think he signed a prenup. There's no prenup between them. So she's gonna walk away. She got 4 kids. She got 4 kids. So she ain't walking away broke.
Yeah, and she did it repeatedly. Because my thing is, if you didn't really want it, you wouldn't have had that many kids. Come on now, you know what I mean? You know, I could have used any kind of protection. I could have even talked to my husband. Look, hey, the cutoff is 2 now. Like I only want to do 2 because I want to focus on my career. You know that I had a career planned out before I had these kids. So I really want to focus on that. But right now I just want 2 kids so I can focus. She could have did anything. You know, my thing is she had 4. She had 4 kids. So that was kind of planned. Since I'm stuck here, or since I did this, I'm gonna make sure that I'm set. That's how I'm looking at it.
Wait. I'm gonna play another clip. I want you to hear
one thing. I said one thing, but now her kids gonna get a chance to hear her say, "I didn't want kids." You know what I'm saying? I didn't want y'all. I didn't want y'all.
Right.
Yeah. Well, listen to this clip.
I didn't really want to get married to him. He always gets all this attention, and I want people to look at me.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it.
You want people to say, "Hey, girl, you got a fat ass. Ooh, I like you." He still ain't done. And I think personally that he's a great family man. He's a great husband. I think he shows lots of respect to his wife. You don't ever hear any controversy about this brother. He's a producer. I actually did some voices on an animation series that he has. He's fantastic. The guy, I mean, is just really a really good example of what a good husband is and a family man is. As much that probably gets thrown at him at all times because he's awesome. All right? Ayesha Curry is going around on these podcasts just yapping and being very disrespectful. This man works hard.
Do y'all think she's being disrespectful?
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
She been doing that.
I hate to bring them up. I hate to bring them up, but it's almost like the Will and Jada situation.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yes.
She gonna dog him out.
That's good comparison right there.
He started off weak. Yeah, he started off weak. In their relationship, he started off weak. And she been running him since day one. So she gonna let y'all know. She gonna write a book about it. She gonna let you know how weak this dude is. He a good guy, but he just weak. He ain't,
and that's what I said. In high school, he probably was like the underdog. You know, people didn't really look at him like, I'll date him. But for her to say, I mean, a person like me, you know, for her to even say that, they had to be looking at him a certain type of way in school. You know what I mean? He a lame or he this or he that, you know, because, you know, us, let's just be real, ladies. Us, we see a good guy, we run from the good guys. We always want the thuggish, ruggish bones type of dude. You get what I'm saying?
You ain't lying on that one.
Yeah, so, you know, I just felt like she...
I got a question, though. I got a question, too. Do y'all think, like, wanting a career over kids, do y'all think, like, that's selfish, or do you think it's responsible? I got a question. Like, how y'all feel about that?
I think it's responsible.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's very responsible to a lot of career-driven women would rather have the career than the baby first. You know what I'm saying? Only because how are we going to take care of the baby if we don't have no career?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
She got the whole world. She got the whole world and she complaining. This lady is out of control.
That's what I said.
She got the whole world. She got the whole world and she complaining.
I mean, a lot of women would love to be in her shoes right now.
Another Jada. She just another Jada. Yeah, I think she is another Jada. I think she. She took advantage of the situation. I think she took advantage of the situation. She did. She went on how much he liked her. You know, she went on that. You know, she looked at his potential. You know what I mean? She seen that he was a good guy. When she seen that he was really kind of going places, okay, well, let me grasp on because it looked like this guy's finna go somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. And when his career kicked off, you know, she really had got herself, well, you know, let me lock it down with the one, baby. You know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and lock him down. That way I know that I'm secure if anything did happen. But she turned around and had 4. So she already knew how this guy felt about her. Ain't no telling what go on in their house that he allowed.
He say some shit. Now, if he talking about this in public, imagine in private what she's saying to him.
That's what
in his face. In his face. Yeah, he that type of dude.
But then, you know, she also gets $80,000 a month. Let me tell you the breakdown. So she gets $80,000, $25,000 goes towards his self-care. She pays herself $15,000 a month for manicures, pedicures, her car drives, her food, her brunches, and just being a support wife. This is the breakdown that was on the TV. Now I ain't making these numbers up. Then the other $40,000 for her kids, for if they got school activities, I don't know what kind of basketball they playing, honey, that costs $40,000, but basketball. So all of these things she pays herself for. So she ain't just sitting there saying, I don't want to be married. She gets paid monthly. So I mean, on that alone.
The bitch is definitely living a damn life.
She act like she want to be broke. Act like she want to be broke. Come on.
Right.
I don't buy it. She's screaming for something. Because why else are you out here talking? So she's
gonna blow up.
Not happy about.
She about to write a book. She about to throw out.
She's trying to make it about her.
And I was going to say, she's also, if you just look at the patterns, even with the, I'm sorry for keep bringing them up. Even with the Will and Jada, there was a little jealousy there. It was a little competition between the two. You know what I mean? With Will and Jada, because they were in the same type of business. So it was a comparison. I can tell that it was competition when it shouldn't be competition at all, because we're supposed to be a team, right? So why would you be competing against me to get higher? As you can see, when Will wrote his book, here she come with a book. You see what I'm saying? So it's always been a competition there, and she might have been lacking something in the relationship with him. But with Steph, I think that she doesn't like that he gets a lot of attention. And she's jealous of that. You know, she's jealous that he's getting a lot of attention. And she feel like, you know, because it's her, she feel like that she should have been getting the type of attention. You get what I mean? She felt like I should have been maybe the model or this or that. But his career took off and she had to take a back seat to that. You know what I mean? And she probably don't like that.
Right.
But think about this. How many women would love to just take a back seat to that, though?
I mean, let me take a back seat.
Let me take a back seat. Right.
Okay.
Just
take the back
give
seat.
me the money. Give me the money.
No, man, I'm not sitting in the back.
Right.
You gotta think about
Here's
it.
the thing, though.
You don't even have to watch your own kids.
Do y'all remember when Quavo was with Sweetie? What's her name? Sweetie?
Sweetie. Yes.
You see the way she was treating him?
Bad.
Yeah, she calling him a lame right in his face. Like, a nigga gotta buy me a Bentley. Nigga got to do, I ain't gonna fuck with a nigga, ain't gonna do it. And he back there smiling and laughing. I said, this nigga lame as hell. Shit lame. Some niggas just like that, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah, but some men don't deserve it. You see what I'm saying? Like Steph just comes off like a really good dude. Like he might have had good upbringing. Like his family.
He don't have
good upbringing. That's the thing.
He really is one of the good ones and everything. And you know, most women, you know, but she ruined it for the rest of us. I mean, you know,
exactly.
Let me play another little clip of something that another radio station said, because I want to get these clips in of what these people be talking about, honey, because these people is built on social media.
I wholeheartedly think Ayesha Curry is planning her escape. Roll the clip. Roll the motherfucking clip, Jasmine.
Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also.
She asking for a divorce.
She's asking for a divorce. That's what
That's why I say something going on. Something's going on in that household. She's clearly not happy. Why else would you be out here like this? You know what I mean? She wants something else. And she's making it very plain.
Very plain and obvious.
Like that she don't want to be with him, or she didn't want to be with him in the first place.
She already got a side
boob. That's bad.
I think it's another man too.
Look, Will and Jada.
She let y'all know this nigga ain't all that.
Well, my thing is, he is all that. You know what I'm saying?
She trying. I'm saying she's trying to say that.
He is all that, but to her, once again, we go for what basically our mental capability is. You know what I'm saying? And really, to be honest, she really not on his level. You know what I mean? She not. She just think that her looks is going to suffice, or that's just how she feels. That, you know, her looks is going to get her places. And when we're not, and I don't know what her upbringing was, but I do know that Steph did have a good upbringing because he had both of his parents in the home, right? So when we come across people who basically might have trauma early on, bad trauma, it bleeds into our adulthood. It does. It bleeds into our adulthood, and what we felt like we didn't do when we were younger, we bring that into our adulthood. So it may be things that we're thinking about, because this is not the first time that I feel like she's embarrassed him on in the public. You know, not to me. You know, I think she's done a lot of things to kind of embarrass him or to shade him a little bit as her husband. you know?
Try to force his hand.
Right.
Try to force his hand.
Right.
Yeah.
She ready to leave. She's trying to go. If it is
Mm-hmm.
another dude,
And
it's another
instead of
man.
you
Believe
having
that.
a private conversation with your husband about
Right.
getting out,
To the
you
world.
bring it to the internet. We don't know if he told her, well, no, I'm not getting you. I'm not giving you a divorce. And this is her temper tantrum flashing out at him. You know, I mean, you was seeing the whole thing with the Will and Jada thing. You know, they had a whole thing going on. They hid a lot of stuff for years.
Yes.
You know, and it was like, Will was like, no, I'm not divorcing you. And she was like, she wanted out. He wouldn't divorce her. So we don't know if that's a situation with them either.
Yeah.
And come to find out, August gay. So I mean, that was his boyfriend, the little boy.
Right.
Hey, everybody that's joining. We got these
Hello.
So
they popping up. She Mike says she really trying him as a little boy. I want to just scroll. I like that. Amazing, inspiring. I don't know what this person's talking about.
Amazing, inspiring, and educative. He said,
Image
"Images,
is
everything.
Image is everything.
People
Never
he's saying that they're never
satisfied.
satisfied, and I don't think it's every woman is not satisfied. I think she is not satisfied, or she's
Yeah.
unhappy. There's something that's not. There's something that's missing in the story.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, so,
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying.
Something is not
I'm
enough.
gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Everybody say Steph is a good man, he's a great man, blah blah blah, and that may very well true. But is he a good husband? And so he may be a great man from the outside looking in, but he may not be there emotionally supporting her. He may go do his basketball thing, come home, and off season he off somewhere else, and she may be looking for him to be a good husband. And she's now speaking out. She may have, even though it wasn't her plan to get married and have kids early, okay, that's the life she chose. And at one point, maybe she was okay with it. But let's look at their ages. They're getting older. You know, it could be, you know, as we get older, what's that saying? Midlife crisis. She might be getting to a point where it's like, I want something different because it's not working for me. And she's speaking out about it. Now, do I think she's right in the way she's speaking out about it? No, I don't. But I feel like that if that's the case, that's a legitimate reason to say, you know what, something's got to change. But they need to handle that in private.
I was about to say that's a private matter. That's a private matter to speak about. You don't take that to the public and blast disrespect your husband and stuff like that. I wouldn't be taking that to the public.
But here's my.
She never said that he was a bad guy.
She never said he was a
She
bad
never
guy.
said nothing bad about him though. Like he was a bad person or he did nothing. He was lacking. She never said it. She says her. She felt this way.
She said it's her. She said I feel like I didn't want that, and it's almost like that he forced her. Like the video said that he forced you to get married because you had a choice before you had baby number one. You already knew you didn't want a husband and you didn't want no kids. So like TC said, you had baby number one, but then you went back for round two. So what was 3 and 4 for?
That's bad though. The girl saying, I really want to be with you. I really want to be with you, but I just did it because that's bad.
I did it because of what?
That's
like,
bad.
why did you do it? At this point, you have to realize that, okay, I know that I'm going to gain a lot of clout for being with this guy, or, I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to be celebrity status. I'm going to be a room that I probably knew that I could never get in if I didn't have him.
Right.
And this is another thing. And this is another thing with her. I feel like if you were so career driven and you had goals set in place, what happened to them? Because you still can go on and still live one, like I said, even with the kids. If you had goals already in place, why did you stop those goals? Did Steph make you stop those goals?
I was about to say, I don't think he's coming in and stopping her from doing anything. And I feel like he would probably support her in anything she want to do. Look at LL Cool J's wife and LL Cool J wife. What's her name? Whoever.
I forgot her name, but I like her. I like LL's wife.
She got a little jewelry business and everything.
Yeah. Like people they still got businesses going on. Yeah.
But now she got all the resources she need though. She got all the resources she need. There's no complaining, like, right? So
exactly. You got $40,000 for a nanny every month. So go do you.
You see what I'm saying? You don't even have to. That's why I said she don't have to do nothing but be there. She could just exist, house at this point because he's not bothering her. Even with her kicking up her tantrum, like Jada Pinkett made a whole scene. She was out there in a rock band. She was out there loving on women. She was doing all kinds of stuff. Will didn't say nothing either, but he wasn't like Steph. He wasn't as quiet. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't as calm. Like this one was. Steph don't say nothing. Like I mean zero, nothing
at all.
Right.
At
And
all.
it's almost like, where's your backbone? Like, what's going on? Like, you don't want attraction, or you just really don't care? That's what the question is. Do you
Well,
really care?
we don't. Is he just not? Is he just saying it privately though? Is he just not coming out in public saying it?
Yeah.
I think he should make his state. If she can go on and do all these interviews, he need to step up and say something too, and everything and stuff like that too, because he need to say, she clearly putting all their business out to the public. So you step up and you say something too. I don't feel like he should need to be silent.
I just think that he's really not a social media type of dude. He's not a social media guy.
Yeah.
How many interviews have y'all seen Steph on?
That's true.
You get what I'm saying? So he's really not a social media type of guy. I think he really likes to do his things in private. That's why I'm kind of confused on why you out here all willy-nilly. Now, what I know about Jada Pinkett and Will, they're always in the public eye. They've always done several different interviews with different type of people. But we're talking about Steph Curry, and he don't even do sport. I ain't Stephen A. I ain't even see him do no interviews with the sports people. You know what I'm saying? The sports that he's in. I mean, he may say something once he finishes a game on the court, but actually sitting down and doing an interview about his life and, stuff like that, he doesn't do that. So I'm just wondering, what is her angle?
Okay, so let's ask Duke. Duke just joined. We got Duke Desdoon in the building. Duke, what you think is hot topic, boo?
Oh man, you know what? I had a chance to really sit on it, sleep on it, and pause. But I feel like a lot of housewife type women who have well-off husbands get to this space of thought where they forget that you took a lane in life that a lot of people don't get an opportunity and privilege to take. And that's why I say well off. It's not, trying to be married to somebody and you're not well off to do that. You probably won't be able to do that anyway. So you'll probably be forced to, per circumstance and situation, to follow your dreams. But to have somebody who is as big of a star as this guy is and as successful as he is, and to have a woman just sit back and get into this place of mind, and it kind of feel like a sulking feeling. But I also understand the sensitivity to women. I've grown to understand it a lot more. So I'm really not trying to bash her, but I'm trying to find the why. Right? This feels like journal.
That's what we all been wondering.
Yeah, me too. I want to know the why too. I mean, you could. Body language is everything to me.
I'm gonna say this. This feels like journal writing, right? And unless you're going to take that journal writing into something else, what is the ultimate purpose? Or is it just
what's the end goal?
Right. Like, are you trying to exercise the right to do what you're doing, to speak and speak freely? Have at it. Are you trying to rally the troops, which are other women and stay-at-home type of wives with successful husbands that try to figure out something to do, like a book club type of deal, to be proactive and productive? Have at it. But my thing is, what's the why to what you're doing? I'm not saying you're not justified to feel how you feel, but why express it on a platform that could be taken and twisted as if it's like you don't really value the position because it's the position that you chose. Like when it was presented to you, when he met you and you understood this is the direction he was going, because I've said the same thing like I heard y'all saying. At the end of the day, you could still do your career. So why hasn't that happened? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But okay, cool. Because it is a job to take care of children, to take care of household, and take care of weekly, daily, monthly, yearly arrangements. I get it. I watch my grandparents do it, and women in my family do it, my mother, so on and so forth. But why open your journal to be so intimate, to let the world hear and see, and to be able to twist the perspective or the narrative of what you're trying to express? Like, what's the why factor underneath it all? And that's really my ultimate question this situation here?
Well, my thing is, even with her having a household that she has to maintain, this is another thing. You had help. You said your grandmother and all them. They really kind of do this on a regular. Like, they did this their self. But we talking about $40,000 worth of help that you have, that you probably don't have to touch nothing. You ain't have to touch no broom. You probably didn't have to cook as much. You ain't have to watch them kids. So my thing is still, what is your whole purpose of even coming out here to say what you said?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
What is
agree.
the big issue? What's the big deal? Because body language to me says a lot. And because I'm a Steph Curry fan, I watch a lot of him. I see him even when I watched one time Mike Epps. They had a comedy show and all the
Yeah, I've seen that.
all the Warriors, most of the Warrior players was there, right? And
Yeah.
if you can tell, he was doing the joke about Steph, but when they panned the camera around, she was really out of touch. She was not interested in even being there.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
think? Do you
yeah.
think?
She always,
Do you
Because she
think that it was a
looking
situation?
because she
yeah.
looking, I've been watched her. You know what I'm saying? I've been
She
seeing
always
her.
do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she always do that.
It's like
The bottom line is,
he's
yeah.
forcing her hand to be somewhere with him, and it's like,
Mhm.
if you are making yourself that miserable and you don't want to be in the situation, why stay in it?
Right.
Just come
You got
out.
the
'Cause I
resources.
don't think
You
he.
got the
I don't think
resources.
he forces. I don't think
You
he
want,
forces her to do anything. He don't even seem like
yeah.
the type to do that. To be
So
honest.
Ken just joined. Ken, you know the topic we talking about, Miss Curry here. What do you think about the situation regarding her? Like, what do you feel? What's your thoughts of she came out, she said, I don't want no husband, I didn't want no kids, I really didn't want to marry this man. I'm stuck, you got me trapped. This is basically what she's saying. I'm screaming to get out, but you won't let me free. That's what it sounds like. What is your thought process of that?
I mean, I think a lot of people marry for the wrong reasons in the first place. So, you know what I mean? You end up in this situation and it turns out that it's not what you were expecting and you want to get out of it. And
Yep.
and that happens a lot. And not a lot of people have enough courage to say that. It's just so happens she is a very famous person. A lot of people know her husband and know her because of her husband. So I think it's a lot to unpack with her. Um, she may feel like she's living in his shadow, first of
Right.
all, because he is a megastar. Um, but it sounds like she found herself in a situation she didn't really want to be in the first place. She probably just tagged along because she saw his potential. Um, I think it's very courageous to come out and say how you truly feel. Do I think it's right?
Mhm.
You know, for her, yeah, but for their situation and their agreement to be with one another and they ultimately married one another, it's tough.
It's a
Um,
it's a tough topic. To me, you're real quiet. I think you're thinking a lot. What's your thought? Because you've been gathering and you're quiet as a mouse. So what's going through that? What's going through your mind right now? Because I'm curious. Because your face is like puzzling.
I think honestly, I think she's probably in a position that a lot of women in, minus the money and the fame and all of that. And I think she kind of, to what Ken said, not to be redundant, but it's like she's screaming for a way out without saying I want out. I mean, just tell that man you want out and be done with it. But divorce is a hard process and it's easier said than done. You don't just say I want out and you walk out the door. You got 4
Yeah.
babies and you got, I'm sure they got plenty of property, plenty of assets. It's an big emotional ordeal. So a lot of times it's easier to say, you know what, I'm gonna just stay here. But I'm miserable. And so that miserableness is seeping through. And it's not fair to him, in my opinion, for her to be out
No,
here
it's not. Because
like that.
if I could,
what if he, and I'm just I guess a believer and a witness to this. Because he is so quiet and unspoken. What if one day he snaps? Look at the situation once again with Will and just react because he has been quiet for so long. We don't know what they go through. We don't know what they're doing in their home, right? We don't know what they're doing in their home. And then my thing is, she also can be feeling like a sense of, it could be a sense of being abandoned. We don't know if she had those abandonment issues either. So just say, for instance, if she did want to get the divorce, she know all the perks that she's been accustomed to is going to leave. So now that I've got accustomed to this lifestyle and the way that I'm living, why would I let it go? Because I'm unhappy. Let me just show out a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I know he ain't gonna do nothing. Let me just show out a little bit, and get it off my chest, and feel the way that I want to feel. And he ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be here. However, I'm miserable. No one who feels like they're stuck in a relationship should stay stuck, or even go to that far extent of making yourself miserable or staying for the kid. You get what I'm saying? But we have a lot of situations like that. You know what I'm saying? That a person will stay, I'm gonna wait till the last child graduate, and then we can separate. I want my kids to grow up with two parents in the home. We have that. Oh, I ain't worked all this time, and I put all my career goals and everything on the back burner. Now that if I divorce him, what am I going to do now? All those goals is gone out the window. I mean, we just have a lot of situations. I just feel like in a marriage, though, because I've been married, instead of expressing how you feel to the public first, you should express that to your partner, or y'all should have done some counseling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all should have done some counseling that way that you could figure out your next step instead of coming out here embarrassing that man.
No,
I mean,
I do agree with that because a lot of times, especially when you're in a relationship for a very long time, and I don't know exactly how long they've been together, but people grow apart in relationships. I mean, people are constantly evolving and changing, and you're absolutely right. I mean, they should have handled this privately, but again, we don't know the ins and outs of their situation. They may have tried that, and now
But
she's
once
just
again,
reaching out
she said even
publicly.
in high school, because they've been together since high school, she said she didn't look at him like that in high school.
She didn't want him. She did. She said, I didn't
So
want him.
She didn't want him.
she letting you know she never wanted this guy. She didn't want the babies. She's not happy. She's here to humiliate this nigga. So she want this attention she getting right now. She's about to do something else. This is her lane right here. What we giving her right now is a platform for her to move to another level. And when they get divorced, that's all it is. She's setting it up.
Publicity. I'm going to play another clip. Just listen.
I wholeheartedly think.
Wrong clip.
No, for real. Yeah, it's the hoes, and then also she said she thought she was gonna be that girl. She thought she was gonna have the career. But a lot of women, just everyday women, Charlamagne, that got married young. Because after I went back and looked, let me just kind of look and make sure I'm putting it in the right context. She got married young. She had a family young, and she just never had a chance to really have a career. And now everything she's doing is centered around her husband. Yeah. So it sounds like it might be a little bit. Not resentment in a way like mad at my husband, but like, who am I as a person?
So a lot to unpack here. The number one thing, she want to know who she is without her husband, which means basically she don't want to be married. 2, she definitely have resentment for Steph Curry and who he became, because him becoming this amazing player, also this amazing father, also this amazing husband, leave her little to no room for error. So she can't just wake up one day and just want to leave him without everybody be like, girl, you had the best man who always protect you. He was a millionaire. He came from nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say he came from nothing, because his dad was an NBA player, but he got way bigger than his dad or anybody ever thought he would be. Steph Curry wasn't, when he came out of Davidson, nobody projected him to be what he is today. So in that sense, he got way bigger than anybody ever expected. Like, bro, every chance she gets, she embarrassed that man. From taking off her marriage ring on that show to saying she didn't think that they would even end up in a relationship, let alone be married. All it shows is she felt like she was going to live another life. Steph Curry came along to be this amazing man of God, amazing person, amazing NBA player, and all that shit was snatched away. Basically, what she's saying is, I didn't get to live my best life. I didn't get to go out there and experience life and be a hoe and sleep.
That's kind of what everybody is saying. You know, she
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. Like I said, everything came fast for her. You know what I'm saying? So I have this trauma now that I'm just gonna use me as an example. Just say, for instance, I had kids young, right? So I might have been like, okay, my 20s, I lost that. So when I get in my 30s, I'm always at the club. I'm trying to party it up. You know, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that because I had to raise my kids, old enough for them to even go to school, So I missed out my 20s because I was raising kids. You know what I'm saying? However, when we get up in the age to where, we like, oh, I feel like I missed out on something. It comes back to haunt us. You know what I mean? And I feel like once again, she already thought in her mind that she was better than him. Like she was actually downgrading by dating him. Just by her doing the little, I'm talking about, me as a, hey, look at me. With her, I'm just gonna go back to that because I'm like, what?
Damn, she's
Okay,
horrible.
even
She's
with her
horrible.
saying that, she felt like he was a downgrade.
So do you think that
Never
women?
respected him.
Let me ask you a question. So this is just the panel. Let's take away her. Do you think it's wrong for a woman to be bitter if she had kids young and she just want to live a little bit of her life? You take away the
No, I
family.
don't think it's wrong.
Do I think it's
I don't think
wrong?
it's wrong.
Yeah.
But I do feel that when you make a decision that is going to affect not only just you. Now, if you're single and you make decisions and it don't affect anybody else, where somebody's going to bond themselves to you, somebody's going to invest their time into you, they're going to think outside of themselves, so therefore you could benefit from those decisions that they make for themselves, because that's what that's what she's doing. When you married a man who went to the pros, a pro athlete, and he did extremely well, exceptionally well for himself, you reap all of the benefit from his hard work. Now, I'm not saying that whatever she has done as a wife, girlfriend turned wife, didn't help him, but I don't think it would have took a lot for him shooting threes if he was a single man. You know what I'm saying? He probably would have. He probably would have went to practice a little tired because maybe he was hanging out. That's if he's that type of guy, but he doesn't seem like that type of guy. So,
I want to play devil's advocate on this too. Just say, for instance, she's staying there because she don't want nobody else to reap the benefits.
That could be the case too.
Yeah.
That could be the case too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he's not
I'm saying here, I don't want him, but I don't want nobody else to have him.
Yeah. But she was
ready to go. She ready to go.
Walk away with a lot of money. She's not going to walk away broke. First of all, she got 4 kids. She ain't walking away. No shape uniform broke. Them kids, she said she get $40,000 that she does just for 4 children. You talking about 10 grand a child? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. What in the world is doing?
But she walking away, even if she walk away, yes, she not gonna walk away broke, but she not gonna walk away with the benefits she has if she stayed. If that makes any sense, she gonna walk away with something, but all the perks and all the perks and everything like that, that is cut off. You know what I mean? So now that I've got accustomed to
how much
the
is
way.
I mean, I feel you on that, but if you don't love that man and everything, let that man go and let him find someone else, find him a woman
who gonna really love him for him, not for what he got and what he gonna do.
Hey, look, on the behalf of Stephen Wardell Curry, cue the music. What's my girl name? Fantasia. Free yourself. Go ahead on. Get up out of here. If you don't want me,
how much is he worth though? How much is he worth?
Set a nigga free.
His estimate worth is $240 million.
So half of that, she got half of that.
Yeah,
she's gonna be
not
good.
Walking away from
because I can guarantee you, he probably didn't sign no prenup.
And I'm sure he did.
Half of that, she good. She good.
Right.
Yeah. So just
She'll be living the same.
like,
She'll live the same.
It's like, at what point do you sacrifice your life and staying in a miserable situation just because of the benefits that you have in that current situation?
I got a question for the ladies.
Okay.
Now, do y'all understand with this current topic why men are so dreadful to get married?
Don't do us like
No,
that.
I mean,
No,
right.
I'm just saying. Like, listen,
Because
listen.
every
Check this out.
woman, every
Check this
woman
out.
isn't like.
No, we're not saying every woman. Now, man don't know every woman. We know the woman we meet, the woman we lock in on, the woman we choose. If she chooses us back and give us the consent to continue this whole courtship process, turn dating, turn marriage, turn commitment, turn everything else that goes into me getting on a knee, asking you to marry me, you understand that we've seen successful men who do well, who do right, and it's still not enough. We learned this before marriage. We learned this when you were told to hold her books in school and walk her down the aisle and be provisionary. And my dad told me before I had a girlfriend, I had a responsibility. Meaning, when you get the girlfriend, you don't just have a person you could go and be intimate with and somebody you can look good with on pictures and, somebody you can flaunt around. No, you have a responsibility. So if it rains, you got to go make sure whatever you're doing, you got to stop it. And you got to go make sure that she's covered, she's out of the elements, and she's in safe keepings, right? That's the mentality that most quality men teach young boys when they grow into be men, right? But we
Thanks,
learn
Dad. Thanks,
early.
Dad.
No, I'm just saying quality. I said quality.
Right,
So we're
quality.
not just talking about men. I say quality. Listen, you got to
Right.
listen to what I'm saying. So a quality man does his approach to look liking a girl, and we learned long time ago in our early developmental years that the good guy don't always win, and we're seeing it now. This guy has provided the best life that he could provide for his wife and his children and his family, and it's still not enough. So you could provide the best you could provide, and in his situation, it's not minimalized; it's major, and it's
Right. It's a
still
lot.
not enough.
Right. It's a lot.
Men have to deal with rejection
Dang.
even when they're doing everything the correct way to the T, I's is dotted, and it's still not enough. Only women that understand us are women who have a great relationship with their father and women who have young boys who they got to sit out there to their world and go and
Mm-hmm.
he got to choose the ones he needs to choose. Women who don't have a good relationship with their father and women who don't have boys don't get it. I just threw that out there. Just a little sidebar. I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers, but I thought it was
No,
necessary to
I
express
mean
that.
that was good. That was great. I also say that opposites attract too. It's like women like us, and I'm throwing myself in there
I'm gonna
because
throw myself in there
women,
with you.
right? Women like us, we eager, we yearn for a man like Steph Curry. You get what I'm saying? But it's like we always have to get the eyeballs out, knowing what our potential is as a woman, what we can bring to the table. But sometimes the good guy always pick the bad girl, almost like the good girl always pick the bad guy. Opposites just always gonna attract.
Yeah, it's like you get the good guy and you don't know, and I'm guilty of that. Now I have been in relationships where I had a really great guy and I probably treated him really really bad because he was like maybe too
Why?
boring, maybe not edgy
Too
enough.
square.
I wanted.
Why do you treat that guy that way? Why does he get that treatment?
Because I wanted the rough, and it's oh my god, it sounds so
We
terrible.
want to do it with the Timberlands on. We want to do it with the Timberlands.
Right. Fuss a little bit, fuss a little bit. I don't want, well, I should say now, at my age now, yeah, I probably yearn for the one that's sitting still, ain't doing much. But when I was in these Atlanta streets, honey, I wanted the street nigga. I wanted the one that was on the block. I wanted the one that was, running up on me. So it's so she got this good guy and she's yearning to be probably just fucked at the end of the day. I don't want to say it like that. She probably wants
I didn't want
something.
to spin the narrative like that, but I'm glad that you did. Because if I'd have did it, it'd have been chauvinist and all that. It'd be like, bro, it ain't about all that. So I'm glad you opened that door. Now I can say what I really want to say. Fuck all that. Listen,
It take a woman to say that.
Listen, sometimes we gotta ride off the coattails of y'all truth. You understand? And I'm glad you spoke on it. What I'm trying to say is, all she really needs is some good piping. And I don't know what type because I don't size a man up, so I don't care.
Right.
But I think her frustration is coming from her lower chakra. She ain't tuned up. You understand? She not running right. She got a misfire. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh
You
my
ain't
goodness.
gap her spark plug right. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
She not getting.
Oh my goodness. Leave it to you. Leave it to you to take it there.
Right.
What she
But
supposed to give.
some women don't, and he's right though. But some women,
Yeah.
we don't. As women, we're real wrong for that because we will just take that good piping and nothing else. Like the dude ain't even got to be bringing nothing else but the good piping. But this other dude you with
But
bringing
see, pipe,
90% of what you
but the
need and
pipe
what you really need in
That
your
is
life.
very
cohesive
But
factor.
true. That is
we'll
very
trade
true.
that
It's a
off for
And
some
cohesive
we
good
will
factor.
settle.
piping.
We will settle. We will settle for that. Settle for
Yeah,
some good dick
like
and
come
nothing
on,
else.
we got to do better as women.
We do have to do better for that. I do agree with that.
But it's
Mike
hard.
Yeah.
said,
So I think she already getting it. I think she already getting it, and it's so
"Yeah, I
good
do
too, and
too.
it's
I
her
think
whole
it's
marriage
somebody. Yeah, I
relationship.
do think it's somebody else that's giving it to her. I do think she is seeing
Hold
someone
on
else."
now. Oh, let me hear the storyline on that one. Go ahead
You
on.
know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Picture this. Sicily, 1967. Come on, give it to me.
no, but
Oh,
this
give
is
it
the
to me.
thing. Typically, when a woman is not getting good loving in the house, you try your best not to go ahead and be in the adulterous life and cheat. But sometimes,
Mhm.
you just need, you know what I'm saying, you need somebody to snatch your wig off.
Right.
Sometimes, and
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
I think that's what it is. He might be treating her like a delicacy because sometimes when a man get a woman that look a certain type of way, they try to treat him too soft. When you want to be
Right.
Yeah,
treated a little rough, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody
yeah.
to shake you up a
You know
little
what?
bit.
And
And that
listen, I
is
try
and
to tell
that
my
is an
lady that though.
important part. That is an important piece in a marriage, and it is important in a marriage. Now, it's not everything, but it is an important piece.
Also,
Getting
not
your
only
socks
that,
knocked
he
off.
treat her delicate. You know what I'm saying? I think that it, she dealing with some on her own trauma because a woman who has issues like that, even bringing it back to the Will and Jada situation, she did say that she had different things that she was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That prohibited her to love Will the way that he wanted her to or she
Well,
needed to.
what was it called? Tupac? Come on now, we're not gonna do that.
Well, no, we because it was
We gonna
old boy.
call
It
it.
was
It
the
was
other
different
boy.
things. Different things. Tupac. Let's come on.
He
She
was
in there fucking
a
with
thug. You see
ghosts.
what I'm
Man,
saying?
come
He
on.
was a thug
Let me
though.
tell you something. Let me tell you something. Jada Pickett masturbate to All Eyes on Me. Come on, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. She watched old Digital Underground background dancing type shit and she just spit her nipples. You understand? Come on, stop playing.
We not
Listen,
gonna
man.
do Jada like that.
She watched Juice put her Timberlands on and pull her own hair. Stop playing. She wear do rags, so she put her do rag pants. Come
Yeah,
on.
but I just
Stop
feel
playing.
like but we'll throw away a whole good guy for the Tims. You get what I'm saying? And I think that
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and then once the Tims is done, it's done. Like
It's done.
sex only lasts for what so long. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can only do it for so long. Then
Yeah, but
what?
then you do it again.
Then
You
what?
just do it again.
And then we do
You
it
just
again.
do it again. You
We
just
do
do
it
it
again.
again. And then do it again. And then keep
Because
doing it and be
we
consistent
keep doing
about
it
doing
again
it.
and again. We do. And even
Yeah.
even even on this panel, if you're honest with yourself, how many times do you really go out? You meet a good guy, he's a great guy, but then he bores you. He bores you. And then you go get Johnny from the block and you're this little roller coaster, and the roller coaster is exciting and it's fun. But then when you're sitting down side by side and you want to chill and be in chill mode, he don't want to do that because he still want to be Johnny on the block. And you put up with the bullshit because now you got Johnny from the block. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
You're
kind
right.
of how
Hey,
it
And
works.
can I say something that my grandfather told me? He
Yes.
said, getting a woman is like picking a car. And I was like, what you mean? He said, because when you get the wife, you get the sedan. I know the little hot girls and all that. The fast ones look good. The two-door coupes, real tight, stick shift. You can really pop it and, play with it. You know what I'm saying? But when you really want to sit back and take that long ride, relax, kick your seat back. You got some children playing in the back. You understand what I'm saying? It has a different feeling. And when you really commit, you get a van. I was like, I ain't gonna get a van. I get an SUV, but I won't get a van. But what I'm saying is,
Not a
a
van.
lot of times men like to play. And they'll go, and what's happening is traditionally men will wait till they get to their space of 50, 40 something, and then
Yeah.
they hit the midlife crisis. But young boys are doing this is why a lot of young men, I've been to car meets and everything. A lot of the older men can't stand the young kids because the young kids want to live now.
Right.
That's why marriage is not happening because it's like, I'm not letting you, whoa, I got my career. You telling me I got to deal with this bullshit right here? And you don't know when you're going to change it? Or you need therapy? Every time you talk and wait, make one more sense, you just step further and further away. Next thing you know, you on that way right there. You doing threesomes, you fucking off. Because that's the life they want to live. They don't want to keep a kept wife. I know some. Listen, in the barber industry, I've met a lot of good, well-to-do men who go to golf meets and golf tournaments and shit and have a great time. And about 60% of that is golfing, and I don't know what the other 40% is. But it
Yeah.
ain't golfing.
It ain't
But they
golf.
swinging sticks. They swinging sticks. It's some other shit. I didn't been. I'm talking about like they give their phone to the driver. The driver got a nice Sprinter, and their wives is kept. Dentists, doctors, surgeons, people in real estate, and they go have a fucking ball. And realistically, they picked a safe wife. They didn't pick a wife they can have fun with like that. They didn't pick a wife when they're not, paying the bills and on focus time. They can smoke a little joint with and just kick it and go. They didn't pick that type of wife. They picked a wife that's gonna go to soccer games. They pick a wife that's gonna have all the kids in the neighborhood at the house. They didn't pick a wife that's gonna drop the kids off by grandma for this weekend. Or this now is fall break for the whole fall break, and she gonna fuck him every day during fall break. They didn't pick that wife.
So
That
let's
wife not
switch it a
safe.
rule, though. Let's switch it a rule. Because actually, she picked a good husband. So she's
She
not being the
did.
good wife. So let's switch that around.
But
In
that's
that
just per
instance.
character though. That's per character though. Like you pick a person that's gonna pay the bills, that's gonna do all the right things, that's gonna respect you within the parameters of I'm not gonna never show out and make you look bad. I'm not gonna defile the family name.
Mm-hmm.
That's a safe move. But realistically, what you truly like, you like a woman that, to do some wild shit. That's
Well,
why
is
they
that
go
true?
cheat with the woman that do the wild shit. But when you picking a
Mhm.
wild, now listen, how many people just picking up red-nosed pit bulls with clipped ears with a bad past somewhere? It might be a great dog, but if you see that running around your neighborhood, you're gonna clutch your purse, your pearls, your children. You're gonna go on the side of the street. You're not gonna
Mhm.
involve yourself with something that's considered wild, or untamed. But for some reason, this is why women cheat with those types of guys. This is why men cheat with those characters of women. This is why, when you get married, you really only a percentage fulfilled. And then you find yourself at the strip club and, before 7, because that's when the thug young niggas come in there. You got to get out of there. But shit, when I used to go to the strip club, a lot of the professional men, they go in there during lunchtime. When I used to work at AT&T, man, we was at Strokers at least 3 times a month, 4
Is
times
that
a month.
true, guys, on the panel? Because y'all are quiet. Do you look
They
for
listening in.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just feeding.
We letting him cook.
woman
We
that's a
letting him
gang?
cook. He got it going. Yeah, he laying
Well,
it
I'm
down
just saying, I'm no
for real.
hibachi chef,
But
but I'm definitely the line cook at the cookout. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure you got it, and that's ultimately why we deal with that. That's why at 41, I'm just getting into like a real serious relationship that I feel I found somebody when I can have fun with. Somebody with, if you winning, you winning. If you losing, it still feels like you winning because you got somebody who sees the true value in you. You
Yeah.
understand?
Right.
Like I'm talking about like
Absolutely.
serious,
Yes.
a woman that's not gonna just judge you and say you eating bad, but she just gonna meal prep, and you already know when she touches her hands on some food in the kitchen, you ain't getting no greasy burgers, no beef. You gonna get this salmon salad. You gonna get this. You know what I'm saying? You already know, so it ain't nothing to argue about. She gonna make sure she not gonna feed into your downfall. She gonna say, nah, I need you to get a little bit more. I need them 42s to turn to 38s.
So you
I
don't
need
think
you
she
to
does
drop
that
another
for
X
her
off your
husband?
shirt.
I mean, just think. She said she takes 25,000 to make sure his mental state of mind is put together for the game.
What that mean? That could easily mean I take 25,000 and I go on vacation to get the fuck out of his way.
But
You know what I'm saying?
No, this for him. This for him.
She said she takes 25,000 a month to
Oh,
make
you gotta
sure
break that down then. You gotta break that down.
his
What that look like?
mental that she pays for his mental to be for him to get massages, and so she's doing her part as a wife. She's just speaking out, saying,
Wait,
if I would have
wait,
had my choice, I wouldn't have married him.
wait. She don't. You say she take or she pay? Because he paying for it if he making
Yeah,
money. If
he
he's the
paying
breadwinner.
for it. Yeah, he paying for it.
Listen
So
now,
what's she doing? She
But she
arranging it.
allocated. She allocated. I guess set up the
allocating
appointment.
she takes
She might set up the appointments or whatever.
She
I
about to
got a
have the
question
number
for
one. She about to have the number one book. Watch the number one
Listen,
book.
but listen,
basically.
this is
Yep.
the thing though. This is the
Right.
thing
She
though.
drumming up
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
publicity for it.
Right.
Yeah.
But check it out.
So
You
do
look at a
y'all know
Steph
if
Curry,
she
right?
had her?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do y'all know if she had the first baby before they got married, or did they get married first and then they had children?
They was married.
I
Yeah,
think
they
they
were
got
married
married
first.
first. I
She
think
could
they
have
got
been
married.
pregnant before they got, she could have been
To both
pregnant
of
in
the
the
brothers,
marriage. You know what I'm
to both
saying?
of to both of the brothers on here, imagine your woman saying, I never want to be with him. I ain't want no kids with this nigga. This nigga went nothing in high school. Come on, man.
How would you feel as a man, though? How would you feel if you're dating someone, you marry them, and they said this publicly? How would you feel as a man?
Yeah, I would like to hear this.
I mean, of course, that's crushing. You don't want to hear that from somebody you've given so much to. You know what
She
I
got to
mean?
go, right?
You built a
ASAP.
life for it. Yeah, she out of there.
Would you
I mean,
leave, though? Would you
and I
really
did.
leave?
I wanted to say this to the entire conversation. Every one of us, have to live with the decisions that we make.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have to live with the consequences of our choices. All of us. Nobody's exempt from that. So, if you decided to live your life one way when you were younger, and then you find yourself at a later age having to put up with certain things, those are just the consequences of your choices. To answer
Mm-hmm.
your question more directly, yes, I'm out of there. I'm pew
Yeah,
fast as hell.
ASAP.
Do you
Like,
think you
I
would
ASAP.
mean,
really?
it didn't even have to go public. You tell me that at the crib, and it's a
Exactly.
wrap. Like,
Any alpha male gonna break and just get the hell out of there. You know what I'm
period.
saying?
But I would like to say this: I don't think I will end up in that situation.
You
Yeah,
think?
you see it ahead of time. You
I'm
see it
not
ahead of
gonna
time.
I'm not gonna
And
try to convince
I wouldn't
someone that don't
consider
want to
him
be with
not
me that
being
they
an
need to
alpha
be.
male, though. I wouldn't
Nah,
consider him not being an
He's
alpha
not an
male,
alpha male. He's
nah,
not an alpha male.
nah. No,
But
you ain't
Ken,
about to have
why
that
did
shit.
you
You
say
can't.
you wouldn't end
You
up in
can't
that
tolerate it.
situation?
I think an alpha
Ken,
male can't tolerate it. You can't
Yeah,
tolerate it.
alpha don't have the mental
Capacity.
fortitude for you to tell him he ain't the one when he
Right.
look like
Yeah.
and he understands he is the one. They got alpha males that make
You wouldn't
28,000 a year, and you
you
can't tell
wouldn't
him
say
nothing,
that.
and he below the poverty line.
You wouldn't be
You
able to
gave her
say
the
that to an
world. You
alpha
gave her the
male.
world.
Like,
She
I
got the
just
whole
wouldn't
world in
want
her
to.
hand.
Wait a minute,
Right.
y'all. I gotta read what Rashida said. Rashida said, "See, my soon-to-be ex-husband didn't have that thought process. While I be in the kitchen cooking healthy meals, trying to encourage a healthy eating, he'd be still eating tubs of ice cream and burgers. Girl, stop! I cannot. That was just funny. I had to read it. That probably was the thing. People, I don't know. I don't think Ken. I hear you saying you would be out of there, but how do you know you'd be out of there? How much you don't know until you in the situation. You see what I'm
He's in
saying?
that
Like
situation.
I know
No,
me. I can't tolerate
I
no
can sit
bullshit.
here and tell you
Right.
right now, if someone that I don't, if I'm even talking, you ain't even got to be married with kids and spend
Yeah,
all this time together. If you tell me I didn't want to be with you in the first place, that's all you had to say. Like,
exactly.
you could have said that from the beginning.
but she's
Well,
But
not.
you ain't
I'm
even
also
tell the
say this
world.
though.
her first
You
time
ain't even have
saying
to
that
tell
though,
Right.
the world,
sis.
right? You could have
Right.
just told me, right? You ain't have to tell the
Yeah.
world that you didn't want me.
Yeah, you could
Right.
have. I mean, as soon as I feel that way, I'm sure he felt that before she told the world.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. She going off on
you
dudes.
speak in more ways than verbally. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
communicate in a lot of ways. Like,
Yes,
I would pick up on that. Like, you ain't in
Body
this.
language,
You
her
ain't in this
body
for real.
language. But you
Right.
don't
Right.
that's
go
what
in
I
that
said. Body
bullshit.
language is everything, ain't it?
You know how many women out here, especially
A
for a nigga
lot,
that's worth 200 million? Come on,
a
man.
Yeah.
lot, a lot.
Yeah. You
There's a
got
lot of options. There's a lot of
Pew.
options. There's a
and you
lot
know,
of
Especially for him.
options.
Especially
Right.
for him.
That's what I said. A lot of women throwing themselves at
because
him
she
all
could
the
be saying,
time
honey, I'm
for.
really not, because she did have a cooking show. She, when she first started with him on this little journey, she had a little cooking
Right.
show. She was cooking her burgers and her fries on channel, whatever, the OWN or whatever was on.
What happened with that?
It went down the drain. It didn't fly. And I don't think it had nothing to do with her having kids, because she said she takes 40,000 to make sure the kids ain't even in her way. So that
So
ain't what.
what happened with all these business endeavors? What happened to all
Let
these
me tell you what
aspirations, these
happened.
dreams, these
I
goals?
want to say something. And I'm just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think I have a right to it. She really don't have a personality.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
She don't have a
Yeah, I think
personality without him. And that's just
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's it on it. She does not
yeah.
have a personality. I think this girl
Yeah,
thought her
without
looks was
him,
going to take her
Right.
far. She thought
Mhm.
Right.
her looks was going to take her far.
man,
Yeah.
looks
And it
fade.
took her
But it
to
Without
did.
step.
Steph Curry, we
But
wouldn't
it
know who
did
she
though.
is.
She
Yeah.
already got everything. What the fuck is she complaining about?
That's what
She
that's
didn't
what I
have,
don't
she didn't
understand.
have,
Like,
That
why are
part.
you so
But
bored
see,
and
y'all
why
looking at
why
the
why
She
y'all
wanna
looking at
she wanna
y'all
destroy
looking
this
at this.
man. She
Because
wants to
It's
destroy
deeper than
him.
that.
right.
She
It's
wants to
deeper
destroy
than
that
that.
man. That's the plot.
go ahead.
That's the
The
ulterior
question.
motive.
that's the
Yeah,
mean
say it, yeah, because I can't hear you. Go ahead.
I said
I
she
was
got an
saying y'all.
ulterior motive. She want to destroy this man. Go
Hold
ahead.
on,
No,
Sabine
I'm
was
talking about
So me
the
and Sharon
female.
talking. She's
I
so
was
speaking.
trying to
low.
say y'all talk. Oh, am I low?
Yeah, you're low. We can't hear you. That's why you keep getting overlooked. Because I hear you. I see your
Oh,
mouth. And like she's saying something I know, but I can't hear her.
Yeah, I want to hear what she had.
so what I'm trying to say is it's deeper than money, because at the end of the day, money not everything. So we looking at it as, oh, she got this, she got that, she got this, but clearly when you have it, she's still not happy. So what does that say about the situation? Like, I want more. Like, money is not enough. It's
Right.
something deep rooted. Like, somebody just, Mike Green just put up a comment saying that Steph left her behind emotionally. There's an
Right.
emotional disconnect between this marriage. It may never been there in the first place. This may
Right.
have all been a
Yeah.
transaction of her thinking
Yeah.
he's gonna make it. It's a deal, and so the emotions may never have been there, and things are starting to
Mm-hmm.
bubble over. I think it sounds good. It's about money, but at the end of the day, love is more valuable than money, and I think that's what we're seeing.
Yeah, and I don't even really
Mike
think it's about.
also
I don't even
Mike
think it's
also
about
Absolutely.
love, though. I don't
What you
think it's
saying?
about love either. I think it's just once again, like I said, it's something that she didn't deal with in her past. She has trauma. She has the trauma there, and the trauma is not allowing her to move forward and grow. For her, enough for her to lead or heal or do those goals that she set for herself. You get what I'm saying? So now I've become this housewife. I've become this wife. I've become Steph Curry's wife. So I'm not known, and that's what she's saying when she's saying she don't have an identity. I'm just known as Steph Curry's wife,
First wife. Yeah, she feels like
Ayesha
she's just
Curry.
in his. She feels
And
like she's just
I
in his
I
shadow.
plan on having these goals and do this and become this career woman. But like I said, still, even with that, you still could have had your career with your husband, with your goals, because it seemed like he would back you with anything.
Right.
So
Of course
it's
he will.
something, like she said, it's something much deeper, something much deeper than we're not seeing, or something that she has to figure out for herself as far as trauma is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duke has something to say too. Duke keep putting his hand up. What you got to say, Duke?
Um, I think we give it a lot of excuses.
Huh?
What if
How
she
you
just
figure?
simply,
How you
what
figure
if she
that? How
just,
you figure
I'm
she
just
getting a
saying,
better?
c- because what if she's simply selfish? What if she has no trauma? What if she came from a great home life? What if he is the person that's trying to do all the stuff behind the scenes, cater to her? He seems like a very catering type of guy. Like he has his golf tournaments he does. He seems like a stand-up guy. So my question is, where does this come from? It can simply come from a person who is just ungrateful, a
Right.
person who is just self-centered, a person who is just
I agree with
self-absorbed,
that.
a person that is
Mhm.
just that foolish enough in the times we live in the modern times we live in, and soon as a microphone is turned on and somebody's calling you and say, "Hey, would you want to come and be a guest?" There's so many things you could talk about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, see, this is also why let's do apples to oranges. Let's do Ayesha Curry and Kim Kardashian. Even though we don't like the undertone of Kim Kardashian has never talked reckless or anything like this about Kanye.
She has not.
He has not. Now
She
you
has
got
never.
it. She has not.
She has never. Now, she didn't
Now,
win. She didn't win. She didn't win so-called fuck Big Dick Pete Davidson, and that drove Kanye crazy. But I mean, shit. She also did a sex tape with Ray J. Before Kanye got with her. So we understood the undertone of who she was. But look at her character. The character which she displayed as far as the father of her children, the co-parenting, other co-part of her situation as a parent. She has never acted like this. And this is a Ayesha Curry's. Ayesha Curry's at least third time doing this shit since the pandemic.
Yes, she
Yeah.
has.
But look
I
at
mean,
what,
yeah.
and that's a great
I did a
example.
skit on it. I did an actual skit on it when she first came out and said the shit. Cause I was like blown away. And then something else came out. And
Yeah,
then
she
now
been
this is
showing
coming
out
out.
on him. She
And I'm
been
just like,
showing out.
God damn. So let's just say if she had no trauma, let's just say if she's really not damaged goods, let's just say he chose the woman he assumed he could spend the rest of his life with and provide whatever that came by way of him living his dream, which made it a lot easier for her, which opened a lot of doors having the Curry name.
Yeah.
Let's just say she's
Yeah.
simply ungrateful.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree
I
with that. I
mean,
mean, I
Mike
agree
Just
with
like
Green
a
that.
said
child.
that
That
You
could
make
be
a
the
very
case
good
too.
point
he's
when you say
envious of
that.
his fame.
Yeah, and I've definitely
Yeah,
considered that.
Mike keeps saying that. Mike keeps saying she's envious of his fame. And then, I honestly, just listening to her interviews and going through her stuff before the show, I just believe the lady is just very unhappy. I don't think she wants to be married. I really don't. I think she's afraid to leave at this point. I don't think she just wants to leave because, like you said, TC, when she leaves, that hype of her is gone. You see what I'm saying? She can't carry the weight on her own. She's not
Right.
relevant enough. She don't have
Right.
Right.
without that.
Right. If she leaves, she'll be
Without
known as
him.
Steph Curry's ex-wife. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
This is true.
I
This
think
is
it's
true.
I
yeah.
think it may all be a publicity stunt because Steph has really no personality. And I think we put him in a box too because he is light skinned with green eyes. But to make it to the level that he's made it to, he got some animal in him. Yeah, he got some animal in him. I mean, I
Oh, he
played
got some dog
basketball.
in him now for sure.
So
He got some
so to
dog in him.
make it to the level that he made it to and to be a superstar in that league, he's an animal for real. So I think we like to classify him as a soft dude, but he ain't that. And it may be a publicity stunt to get attention around both of them. We don't know. But
Yeah.
I think that Ayesha has access to enough money to do whatever she need to do to make her happy. And
Absolutely.
this don't need to
Yes.
be public. It
Yes.
don't
This is
need to be
journal
public.
writing.
Right.
This is
Yeah,
journal writing to me.
Right.
she can go kick it and hang out and get dick from whoever she want to. She got
Mm-hmm.
access to enough money
Yeah.
to do that quietly. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
She's so
they
Right.
looking for
quiet.
some attention for
Yeah.
a reason. Yeah, that's what
Right.
I think.
Yeah, they said, hey, she said, say that, brother. I mean, I think she got enough money to do whatever the hell she want to do. Now, hopefully she won't get caught, but I do think eventually we're gonna hear Ayesha Curry done got caught with the guy with the big ding-a-ling. It's gonna come eventually because she's either gonna get so bored to the point that her brain busts, or she just gonna do something reckless as shit. Because she
Right.
Or
can't
his
keep
brain on
But
bus.
that's what
So is it
right.
I'm sorry I don't know his
self-sabotaging
name,
on
but
her
he was
part?
just saying that. That's just the kind of person that she is. That's just who
Or
she is.
his brain gonna
Yeah.
bust. You know what I'm
His
Yeah.
saying? Either or.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
either one of the two, because she's definitely frustrated. That's she made clear on every show she's been on. When she
Mm-hmm.
real, the black guy walked out, the big black guy walked out, and she lost her damn mind. Like she was reaching for her ring, trying to take it off her finger. It was
What?
crazy.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
on
that was
the air.
wild.
Yeah,
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 that
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 was
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 on
wild.
crazy.
the show that she was doing that. And everybody was like, "What? She taking off her ring?" And then the cameras caught it, and then they ran the clip of her taking off her ring when this dude walked out with his shirt off. So that made me feel like her type is the black guy.
That guy.
Yeah,
So this was
she
on
probably
a
like
Yeah.
a tall
Yeah.
LeBron built type of individual. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? With Tim's unlaced, white
Man,
beater,
she see
you
them
know.
she see them
Let me show you the clip. Hold on.
You know what I'm
9
saying?
months out the
He's
year.
Right.
She
know.
around them.
Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry's wife, was seen almost taking off her wedding ring after a shirtless man walked in. Now that is downright disrespectful to Steph Curry. If I were him, I would have divorced her instantly. How? She is massively ungrateful and unappreciative, and this makes her unattractive in my eyes. All Steph Curry does is celebrate this woman, and he has never cheated once despite all the women throwing themselves at him. After all, he is one of the greatest players of our generation. This lady...
That's the skit where she was on the rear, and she literally, when the
Yeah.
guy walked out, she was trying to take the ring off of her finger.
Yes.
And she wasn't discreet,
Yeah.
like trying to put it under the table. She was like,
Listen,
I
I know
just
she
say they've
married to
been
I
in the
know she married
public
to
Right.
Steph.
eye. I just say they've been in the public eye for so long with him being in the league for so long. She already know how social media is with twists and turns and how I can chop this up and make this look a certain type of way.
Right.
Why would she want him looking a certain type of way if he ain't bringing that type of heat to himself?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
make her
Yeah,
voice.
that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, can I ask this question? Is it possible that women who are kept women, is it possible that they could just simply get bored in that space, walking in those shoes, and they just kind of feel like they just really want to just have an abundance of attention, like sexual attention is what I'm saying. Like they want to kind of engage with multiple,
Attention is the female currency, bro.
I mean,
right? Especially with today's climate, you know what I mean? So every time I've been approached, and it's only been a couple times, but every time I've been approached, it was one time it was at a Waffle House with a elder couple, not really elder. I call them elder because I was in my 20s, so they probably was in their late 40s type shit. And the wife came talking to me, and then when the husband came out the bathroom, she was still kind of chatty, and I was just kind of like standing at that point, because she was a decent looking woman. She was a white woman, but she was a decent looking woman. But I was just looking at the husband like, man, yo, get your woman, because like I'm cool. But then when he started to talk, and realized the type of climate it was, I said, oh, they one of them. Oh,
Oh,
okay,
the
there was.
European
Oh,
type couple.
They're one of them.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Well, they
Ah,
one of them. They that type of that's the type of time they on. So I was like,
You
okay,
about to
cool.
be that
And
young bull.
you was about to be
Upside
the young,
down pineapple.
young
you,
single.
you
Not
know what I'm
now.
saying? Like I was about to, and see, I've did some things in my single years, but that to me just feels uncomfortable to have someone watch you and they tell you what to do, they wife, and I just that dynamic is just a warped sense of thinking that I can't even participate in. But you think that she may be just at that space, and ain't nothing about him because he's doing all the right things. But you think she just really wants some other Peter Piper Pecker? You
I
think
mean,
she
that's
just
that's
might?
that's
I do think it's possible that she wants
Yeah.
some other Peter Piper pecker. She's not happy
I
in that
think so.
department. That
I
department
think
is
so.
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
I
agree with
mean, I
that
mean, but
because,
just
like I
look
said,
at it.
she
She
has
not
access to
miserable
enough
in it. She
money
got
to
three
do that.
kids. She not
I mean, she
miserable
don't
in
have to do
it either.
that publicly.
I mean,
What you- what you what
I
you
don't
what you were
necessarily
saying?
I get
agree
that,
with that.
but
She could
what?
want
She
some
can
other
still be
Peter Piper
miserable and
Pecker
have 4 kids.
and
Yeah.
get it.
Right,
She
right.
don't have to
She
do it
can.
publicly.
I'm
She
saying
is
so
trying to hurt
basically what
this
you
man.
saying is I'm just gonna have the kids knowing that I don't enjoy the sex part. I'm just gonna have sex with him to be having sex to have these 4 kids.
I mean, she doing the
Yeah,
right
women do that
thing.
all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
she
feel
doing
like
the
then
right
women do
but
thing.
that
so
all the
then it brings
time.
it back to
Yeah.
my point. But then it brings it back to my point. My thing is you say you never wanted the kids, so you laid up there and had those kids on purpose. It was a
Yeah.
purpose
Well,
thing.
I'm
I mean, yeah.
well. So remember the question I asked: did they get married first, or did they have kids first? And if they got married first, then what comes after that? Kids.
Kids.
So yes, to answer your question, that was all on purpose. It was probably strategic on her part, but yes, it was on purpose.
How many women have kids for ball players? How many
Yeah.
ball players going through that, but they're not married with multiple kids? I mean,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
what
So
she is doing is trying to publicly humiliate this man. That's all.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Like she basically had a strategy. You know what I'm saying? She got with him because once again she seen his potential. Once I seen his potential, I really didn't want to be with this guy. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm finna ride him like a horse now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I see where he going. I see what I can get. I see what I can accomplish. So why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not ride the boat? But all these years in doing that, now you have come complacent with the way that you're living. Now you're not happy because you put yourself in a position that you really didn't even have to put yourself in a position for.
Right.
right, right.
and
Right.
the thing is, you put yourself in a position to win, right? Whatever that looks like. She's winning, but now that's still not good enough.
Hmm.
It's like, why even do that? Let somebody else. You could let somebody else play their role.
Now, see, to me,
I'm gonna say this again though. This right here, this topic that we having right now that we discussing is the exact reason why so many men, and I'm honest with you, I've heard more married men say don't get married than I've ever heard single men say don't get married. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being honest. You got to stand. I've been a barber for 15 years. I've been doing comedy. Shout out to me, 9 years.
yes,
Yesterday.
happy anniversary. He
But
made 9 years.
thank you. Thank you.
Right,
But
right.
I've been a barber for longer, and I grew up in barbershops, and my dad was a mechanic, and I grew up around trade. I grew up around men that took care of the community. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of tradesmen, and with married men and things of that nature. Let me also say this. One day I was sitting with my grandparents. I'm gonna make it very, very brief. And my grandmother brought something up that happened before her and my grandfather even got together. Out of nowhere. This is about 3, 4 years ago. They've been married 76 years. Out of nowhere, she says, and your grandfather had sex with that lady on the porch. So I'm thinking, damn, Joe, we call him Joe. I'm like, damn, Joe, you done fucked up. You done fucked the family up, right? A mutual friend is there, lady that make pies for my grandparents. They are now 93 and 91 years old. She said, my grandma's name is Marge. She like, Marge, you got that baby face all screwed up. And she clarified it. Now that happened long time ago. And I'm looking at Miss Joanne, I believe her name is. I said, Miss Joanne, like, they've been together 70-some years. You got to tell me at what point long time ago you talking about. Because I got here in 84. They were still already 40 years in at that point type shit. So how far long did this happen? And she was like, "Like way back." I was like, well, what's way back? Well, but this is before your grandmother and your grandfather got together. So my grandfather must have had some little hussy, some floozy that he liked in the neighborhood, and he had his way with her on the porch. So I asked my grandmother, I said, well, if he did that and you said so much distaste for him and his actions, why did you marry him after that? Because this happened before y'all got together. She was like, because he a good man, he handles his business, he ain't out drinking, and he gonna come home every night. That was her foundation and principle of this is why I'm gonna choose, or this is the mental state that I'm in when I'm choosing the man who says he want me as his wife back in those days. And she came out of nowhere with it. It wasn't no segue. We wasn't watching nothing on the TV. It came out of nowhere. I was actually helping her fold clothes and shit at the house. And I was like, damn. And I learned something in that moment. I was like, oh, and guess what my grandfather did? He got up. He first he laughed. Like, there you go with that shit, boy, right? He didn't say that, but that's the look he gave him. He got up, went to the kitchen, got him an apple, and went outside and took his pocket knife out and started peeling his apple, started eating his apple. So I go outside and ask him. I said, why you ain't say nothing? He was like, you just got to know what you're dealing with. I've been with your grandma a long time. I know who she is. So when she go into that type of mode, and I said all that to say, this is where Ayesha is. She's journal writing and she's opening up for everybody to see it. My grandmother is journal writing in that moment, and not many people there at their ages that they can engage with. But soon as she get a crowd, she gonna say some slick shit. And he know who she is, so he ain't tripping on none of the slick shit she's saying. Because guess what? She not going no fucking well. Because ain't no other man gonna fucking do what I've been doing for however many years, sitting on 2 properties, 67 plus acres. You ain't going nowhere. Where you going? All you gonna do is
Right.
complain, and you gonna sit your ass down right quick and turn that news on so I can see what this weather looking like. Like, you ain't going nowhere.
Yep, I think the same way.
So I don't think Aisha's going anywhere, honestly. She's just journal writing and opening it up for us to see it. And, you know, she needs to stir the pot a little bit because she has no real relevant. Ain't nobody checking for Ayesha Curry, man.
True, unless she makes herself relevant. And I believe
Exactly. And so I have to be relevant right now. You know what I mean? Because I feel like my husband's stealing all the shine. You know,
I need a buzz. She need a buzz.
Yeah.
Let me invite Ayesha Curry to Unfiltered at 5.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Well, it has been a joy having all of y'all on here to join this panel today. Thank you all so much for joining us today at Unfiltered at 5 with Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. We made 30 days, y'all. And everything.
It's our 30th anniversary,
30 days.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary to
We
y'all.
appreciate it, and each and every
And
one
I
of
made
you
it 2
came
times in
in.
30 days.
Yes, you have, dude. Yes, 2 times in 30 days. We
And
want all
Ken
of
too,
y'all.
Anthony, y'all been on here a lot. TC just came on.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much. We appreciate all the
right.
love and support. Y'all please like, share, subscribe, follow our
Yes.
content. We come on every day, Monday through
Absolutely.
Thursday
We
at 5
appreciate
o'clock.
each and every one of y'all. Y'all go love on somebody, hug on somebody, and everything. Yes, y'all been here and y'all been doing it with us, and we appreciate y'all. We want y'all to keep doing it with us. But this is Unfiltered at 5 with Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, and we are out, y'all.
Out of here.
Thank y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this? What? Oh my God.
Oh my God, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is bold. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and poise. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. Everywhere, it's Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. Oh yeah, grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.